Shanequa here with your Sunday Newsround. First this morning, the biggest clubs in English football are planning to switch off their social media accounts next weekend. They say they're doing it to highlight that social media companies must do more to get rid of online hate. It follows a series of racist messages sent to players, and organisations including the Football Association, the Premier League and the Women's Super League will join in. Facebook said in February that tougher measures would be taken to tackle the issue. Now for an update on SpaceX's Dragon Endeavour mission. The capsule has now safely docked to the International Space Station. The 4 astronauts were greeted with smiles and hugs from those already living on board the ISS, and this is also the first time a capsule has been reused for a mission after the same spacecraft was used last May. Next, everyone in Scotland will be able to access rapid coronavirus testing, even if they have no symptoms from Monday. Free lateral flow test kits are already used in schools. It's hoped if more people are able to test themselves, it will help find cases that otherwise might be missed and will help efforts to ease the country out of lockdown safely. Now, you might take your pet dog for a walk, but have you ever walked an alpaca? Well, here's Martin to explain why it could be good for you.
This farm in Leicestershire is providing a very special service for lots of young people. The farm, called Anstey Alpacas, has set up a programme for young people from all different backgrounds to help those with disabilities and to provide a fun, enjoyable space for them to get out and enjoy the great outdoors.
It makes me feel happy because I've never really been to a farm where I can stroke stuff, like pet them, feed them and all that.
The farm also houses sheep and chickens alongside the alpacas. And although it can be messy at times,
I just enjoy coming here. I know I have to pick a lot of poo and they'll get kicks and spits, but it's the whole point of being outside, isn't it? It gets you a lot of fresh air and it's just nice to be around people.
Working and being around the alpacas as well as getting outdoors seems to be really good for those taking part. With coronavirus restrictions still in place, there can only be a maximum of 5. However, the farm still offers a one-to-one experience with the alpacas.
A bit of sport now, and it's a big day at Wembley. 8,000 fans will be allowed into the stadium to watch Tottenham play Manchester City in the League Cup final. It will be the biggest attendance at an outdoor sports event since the first lockdown in March last year. And the game is part of the official test programme to work out the best way for big crowds to go back to venues. Next, pro footballer Marcus Rashford spent much of his time last year campaigning for free school meals for kids who need them in the holidays. And he's passionate about all kids eating healthily. And one way to do that is knowing how to cook cheap but healthy meals. So he's putting down his football to pick up some pots and pans.
Hi Newsround, Marcus Rashford here.
Marcus Rashford has teamed up with chef Tom Kerridge to create some easy budget recipes for families. Their campaign, Full Time, wants to equip children with the skills they need for adult life.
I just feel like if there was one thing that I'd probably change from when I was younger, that would be one skill that I needed now. It would probably be to know more things, how to cook.
We'll have a selection of 52 recipes that we're going to release one a week every Sunday so that people can have a go at cooking them.
We had the opportunity to ask Marcus a few questions. What's your advice for parents who aren't confident in the kitchen and nervous about trying new dishes?
Cooking's something that you have to accept that you're going to make mistakes. It's like anything that you try. Plus, there's so many different ways to cook. You're bound to make a mistake at some stage. So honestly, I wouldn't stress it too much. Making the mistakes will make you a better cook. So
what's your favourite meal to make from the recipe list?
Probably the most enjoyable one was the stir fry. Not because it tasted the best, but just because I actually enjoyed the preparation bit. But I feel like if I'd done it again, it would taste better. But yeah, that was my most enjoyable one.
How are your cooking skills?
My cooking is going excellent. I feel like I've come on leaps and bounds. I've still got a lot to learn, but I'm enjoying myself and learning at the same time. So there's no better environment than that.
Next, wouldn't it be great to get a flying ride from a seagull? Even though it can fly very well by itself, this seagull was caught chilling on top of another seagull, and once it reached its destination, it flies off as if nothing even happened. I wished I could get a ride one day. And before we go, we've just got enough time to show you these cute new arrivals at Whipsnade Zoo. It's a litter of a rare Hungarian breed of pig, and while the Mangalista piglets are born stripely, they'll grow like a sheep-like woolly coat. Right, that's all we've got time for today, but Jenny will be back tomorrow morning, and until then, there's loads more on Newsround website, including a sneak peek of what's inside the goodie bags at tonight's Oscars. Bye!